The Guam Department of Education Superintendent Jon Fernandez delivered his annual State of Public Education address last night. PNC's Rizal Romanes joins us now with more.
The implementation of the state's strategic plan, school facility improvements, the transition plan to get GDOE out of high risk, new programs such as the pilot pre-K, and students' test result from the ACT Aspire assessment. These were just some of the topics GDOE Superintendent Jon Fernandez included in his State of Public Education address last night. Here's more.
Welcome to the 2015 Annual State of Public Education Address here at Southern High School.
Fernandez's third and potentially last State of Public Education address focus on this theme.
We're here today to talk about a different but critical subject, and that's our students, our island, and our future. Y estudianteta, y islata, y linatlata.
Fernandez explains that since he took over as the Guam Department of Education Superintendent in 2012, a lot has changed. The department, he says, went from unstable to now stable, united, and moving forward.
I realized how fragile our organization was at that time. Under high risk, bombarded with bad news, completing an extended and difficult superintendent search.
Fernandez talked about the many accomplishments and changes that took place over the years. One of the most important, he said, was putting forth a strategic roadmap to improve education for students and setting higher standards of learning. Fernandez explains with a new curriculum, the department is pushing forward with college and career readiness efforts and hosting advanced placement classes and English math camps. The curriculum also includes a pilot pre-kindergarten program and the new ACT Aspire assessment. In fact, he spoke about the students' test results. Fernandez explains although students need a lot of work in reading and math, the scores in English improved dramatically.
Let's talk about how our students did. In English, our students performed pretty well compared to their performance on the SAT-10. For example, we saw jumps to 41% of our third graders who are at the ready level in English.
Fernandez also spoke about facility improvements at various schools that have happened since 2012. He mentioned the expansion of Ukuru High, the renovation of Antolon Middle, and the opening of Tizen High. Fernandez explains there are more projects underway.
As we go forward, I want to see that we complete that work by making sure we have modern facilities for all of our students. That means that over the coming year, I want to see the procurement for the $100 million for facilities and the $5 million for our health and safety projects. I want to see that move forward. I want to see a rebuilt or renovated Simon Sanchez High School. I want to see a plan for all of our facilities and to be able to use the funds to address all of our schools across this island. I want 2016 to be the year that we get going.
Fernandez says they're one step closer to getting off high-risk grantee status.
Over the past 15 years, and we had this discussion with USAID last week, we've gone from being an unauditable agency with double-digit findings and over $2 million in question costs to where we are today. When the U.S. Department of Education representatives came this past week, they validated that progress. Now, these guys are conservative. They're not going to say anything if they don't have to. So I was very glad that they were able to talk about the progress because that means that we've really done something. They said we've built momentum and that we put the right people, the right systems, and the right training in place to make steady improvements. And that's something that we're going to continue to do.
Ending his speech, Fernandez says now that the department is stabilized, his focus is keeping the momentum going.
Every time I have a hard day, I find time to go out to a school so I can be with the kids and see our teachers at work. I go to be inspired, to be re-energized and rejuvenated, and it never fails. Whenever I'm out there looking at our young people, whether they're playing on an elementary school playground, or eating lunch together with their middle school friends, or coming up to complain about the rules in high school, I look into their faces and I see the future of our island. They remind me why we work so hard, and they remind me that our work can make a difference to their students' lives, to our island and to our future. Y estudianteta, y islata, y linatlata. Our students, our island, and our future.
Rizal Romanes, PNC News.